Hi everyone, it's me, Sally, aka Sailor Tarot Magic, and we're gonna do tarot today for water signs Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. And this is for Gemini season. So if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is a water sign, this message is for you. So let's talk a little bit about Gemini season and the sign of Gemini. Gemini is a mutable air sign ruled by Mercury, and Geminis are known for the twins and the Lover's card, which is right here. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy I brought this tarot background back. I don't have to worry about my room being a mess. So, anyway, back to the Gemini story. So they're very much in tune with their ideas, their creativity, and are known for being social butterfly, thinking on the fly, and that's part of the mutable. So what makes a sign mutable is that they end the season. So Gemini ends the spring season. Kevin McGarvey waves. Hello. Hello, Kevin McGarvey. Thank you for watching. So if you're liking my videos, please like, share, and subscribe and comment. It does help out my channel. And my cats are deciding to have the zoomies right now. Awesome. Okay. So let's talk about my future events. So I have new events added to my roster, my schedule for this street fair season. Next one will be Sunday, June 25th at the Edison Sunday Market on Amboy Avenue. I will be there from 10 to 6. Follow me on Instagram to be updated on all my in person events. If you would like a reading in person with me and are local to the area. And then the other new event that recently announced is Aphrodite's Anime Art Market, which I also did earlier this year in January at the Stangle Factory in Flemington. And that will be 10 to 6. And there'll also be a cosplay contest there. So come on out if you're local to Flemington and into anime and cosplay, which I very much am still into. Hopefully, I get to do another cosplay this year for Halloween. What else? Oh, so yesterday I was talking about Woodbridge Street Fair and how the rain really put a downpour on our spirits, like literally. It wasn't a great turnout due to the weather, and it was very hard dealing with the street kind of being flooded, and our stuff getting wet. And I did my best to maintain a positive spirit, but that's difficult when you know we wake up early. I'm not a morning person. We put like all this heavy stuff into my husband's truck. I have all my tarot decks and totes. Everything's got to be wrapped. I take care of my stuff very particularly. So to set up and show up and to not have people there, it's very disheartening. It's very discouraging. And I had to remind myself that this was one bad day, and not to let it reflect on the entire season and the outcome, and to just leave it where it was, because this is one situation in the grand scheme of things. In the grand scheme of things, I'm grateful to be able to do what I do for a living and full time. Do I make like the same amount of money as I did working? No, but I'm building. I'm slowly having this up climb, and I know that my work has a purpose, and I know that I'm helping people, and that is enough to know, like, yeah, I'm gonna have bad days. It's not gonna be sunshine and rainbows all the time, and that's okay. And this is the cost of doing business. They say that being an entrepreneur is risky, and I was aware of that going into it. So you know I'm not about playing it safe. I'm not about following. So if I have to have a bad day here and there, it still beats what I used to do and how I used to feel. So that is what I reminded myself of, to get out of that mindset of, oh, like whatever, because this is part of not being attached to the outcome. Just go with the flow and do your thing and make lemonade. So that is what I did. And on to the next. Okay. I feel like I talked about everything I needed to. Oh, so keep in mind this is a general read for water signs for Gemini season. If the message doesn't resonate with you, it could be I'm not picking up on your energy, and you're more than welcome to contact me for a personal reading. So you can call or text. My number is 732-314-0777, or you can book an appointment directly on my Calendly. So I have three options. It is 1, 3, wait, 3, 5, 10. 3, 5, 10. Very similar to how I set up the street fairs. However, I don't do 10 cards at the street fairs because that would take too long. And there's way too many distractions for that. So, oh, and in less than an hour, I will be live on my Instagram if you would like to tune in, and you can get your free sample 3-card reading. That is also happening today. All right. So today is jam packed with all the social media. My Instagram wasn't working though. It wasn't letting me put stories. So hopefully it'll let me go live because I know I can't do it from the computer. So I guess we're just going to have to find out. Okay. So the Oracle deck I'm using is The Universe Has Your Back. And the tarot deck I am using is Mystic Mondays. Okay. So we'll start with the Oracle. What is the message for water signs? Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What do they have to look forward to this Gemini season? Gemini season is today, May 21st, until June 21st. Closing the spring season, right before summer solstice. All right, one Oracle card for water signs, please. And give me the card. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. All right. Oh, come on. It was just there. When I'm in alignment with the love of the universe, peace cannot be disrupted. So this kind of looks like an egg to me, like in the womb. So I'm getting a lot of feminine energy from this. Okay. Yeah, I know the message, but I'm very my spirit guides are telling me to talk about feminine energy right now. Okay. So water signs, you may feel aligned with your feminine energy, but this is telling me to tune it up some more. So feminine energy is your intuition, how you attract. So if you're feeling at peace, this is going to feel aligned with your feminine energy to attract what is meant for you. And like I said, like I say about intuition, it doesn't always make sense, but it's telling me to talk about that. Okay, so maybe it'll make more sense in the tarot read. Okay, so we'll take that message with us into the tarot read. Okay, so we're going to pull 5 cards for water signs. All right, so what is the message for water signs this Gemini season? What do they have to look forward to? And we will pull 5 cards and start with the present energy. What is the present energy for water signs? Do you guys like my tarot background? Do you want me to keep using this? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. I just saw something fly past my window. Never a dull moment. Okay. So water signs. I think that's properly shuffled. Let's go, Mystic Monday. What is the present energy for water signs this Gemini season? Woo! Queen of Swords. Okay, that's very much air sign energy. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Queen of Swords. Okay, so let's combine the message from the Oracle about your peace and your feminine energy, and let's add the element of Queen of Swords. So this is telling me to protect your peace. Protect your peace from chaotic energy. So, what when you think of having peace, what does that mean to you? What does that look like? So, I'm getting into a little mini manifesting lesson, of course, of really visualizing what does it feel like? What does it taste like? What does it smell like to be in peace? And really hone in on that and laser focus on that, because I feel like whatever is outside of that image for you needs to be snipped. Snip, 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 snip. So, who are the people that don't bring you peace? What are the ideas that don't bring you peace? And get rid of those things to become in alignment with love, which is the highest vibration. Ooh, I'm getting all woo with this reading. Okay. So, what is the past energy relevant to the situation for water signs? Eight of Cups reversed. Okay, so this is telling me, water signs, you are hanging on to a past person or situation that is not giving you peace. It is a guilty pleasure. So, whether it is a memory of a person and you may be still hanging on the that cusp of the shadow of Mercury of retrograde that was making you hold on to an ex or a past version of yourself and not fully letting that go. What is that? What is that called when oh, not being in alignment. You are not in alignment if you want peace, but you want to think about a toxic person or a toxic trait that you want to hold on to. That is not in alignment, sweetheart. Oh my gosh, I do not talk like this. I do not talk like this. Is this picking up on my feminine energy? Because I am very much masculine energy and it just felt weird to talk like that. I'm going back to it's this egg's fault. Okay. Okay. All right. So, what is the future slash advice for water signs this Gemini season? The world reversed. Okay. So, the first word that came to mind with this was perspective. You have accomplished a lot, but you still are beating yourself up of I'm not good enough. I'm not where I want to be. And I want to say is stop the critical voice and question it. Is this you, or is this a figure or a conditioning that you've had that you've kind of morphed into thinking that that's your voice? Because you have accomplished a lot, you have overcome many challenges. So start seeing that, start internalizing this, because then you will build your confidence to face more challenges and accomplish more things. But if you keep beating yourself up, the world is going to feel small. And that's why I'm saying perspective. The world will feel bigger if you're up for the challenge and are aware of your strengths and abilities. It's another thing to be in alignment with, to understand um, our mind can be an asshole and can tell us shitty things that aren't true. So don't fall into that trap. Okay, so why is this all happening? King of Cups. Okay, so you have different energy here. You got well, here's water sign energy, right? With the King of Cups reversed. So I feel like this is a recurring theme for your water signs, where your emotions are taking over and clouding your judgment on what's actually happening. Because yes, water signs, we know you feel very deeply, but our feelings aren't always based on reality. Uh, Can you use them to guide you? Yeah, sure. But don't overdo it, because if we're not in balance, we're not in alignment. And if we're not in alignment, we're not sure where we're really going. So this is going to help you, get back in perspective. I want to go back to the Queen of Swords for a second, because once we have established boundaries of, and not just with people, but with ourselves, of what is real and what is a thought or my feeling, and what is my intuition and what is my logic, and when we balance these things, we get a hold on our emotions, and they don't make us go haywire. I hope this is making sense, because I know I'm talking a lot of woo woo right now, and I'm feeling super feminine, which is not a thing for me. That is not a thing. Okay. So, what is the best possible outcome for water signs this Gemini season? Ooh, Princess of Pentacles reversed. Okay. Um all right. So, the first thing that popped into my head is, if you didn't learn the lesson, you're going to learn this time around. So, if you have a repeating theme, a repeating pattern of a lesson that you didn't learn, it's going to happen again. So, I like to say it's not pass fail, it's pass repeat. So, do you want to repeat this pattern? Do you want to meet the same person in different bodies? Or do you want to learn the lesson? When I see Princess of Pentacles, I feel like that is, you are a student of life and life experience. And the fact that it's reversed is telling me that you're not learning the lesson. So it's about going inward. And it's like, back to the feminine energy. Why am I attracting the same person? Why am I attracting the same type of situation? What do I need to modify about myself? What do I need to shift to be in alignment, to not repeat whatever this card represents? Toxic trait or toxic person. That's what I'm going to put. That's what I'm going to put for the caption. Toxic trait or toxic person, water signs? Question mark. Yes. So pay attention to your signs, pay attention to your intuition, will guide you in this journey. I often say it is very much like a puzzle, and we have to put the pieces together in order for things to make sense. And once you get the lesson, you can finally move on. But this is telling me you're very close. So it's just about that small shift, like the Rubik's Cube, and then you can move on to the next course. All right, I'm going to stop there. That is the message for you, water signs, and you can take that with you for all of Gemini season up until June 21st. So if this message didn't resonate with you, it could be I wasn't picking up on your energy, and you're more than welcome to reach out for a personal read on my Calendly. And if you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and comment. And if you would like a reading in person, I will be in Edison June 25th. Remember, energy is your greatest currency. Thanks, and I will see you next time. Bye.